Hello, and welcome to this Essential Oil 201 training, and I'm calling it I've Got My Oils, Now What? And welcome to our team. I know many of you listening to this are likely brand new, and you may even have your starter kit at home and not even opened your bottles yet. And that's perfectly okay. It's actually perfectly normal. I know that when you went to your class, and actually maybe some of you haven't even gone to an essential oil class, you tend to feel a little bit overwhelmed, right? With all the info and this natural lifestyle, it likely excites you, but sometimes it feels a little bit overwhelming how to start, right? So I created this training just for you. You've got your oils. Now, how do we integrate them into our life? And what are some of the other amazing natural healthcare products that doTERRA has that now you can use your membership to purchase? And that's really super exciting. So before we get started, who am I? I'm Danette McComber. I'm the founder of That's Life. I'm an essential oils educator and a doTERRA leader and mentor, and I'm a mom of 4. Anyone who knows me knows that I love living this lifestyle of natural health. I use the oils in our home. Now, I am obviously not a doctor, but I do have a background in nursing, and my husband is a doctor and is one of the top pediatric gastroenterologists in the state of Arizona. And we are so grateful for modern medicine, but we also try to use a natural approach wherever possible, not only for prevention, but it's kind of our first approach when something isn't right with our body. I love sharing this with other people, how we use these natural tools in our home, but please consult your doctor. If today you're listening to this webinar and you're excited to make changes, but if they're radical changes in your own life, it's really, really wise to involve your doctor in that decision, okay? So here's what we're going to go through together. I'm going to share with you some of the amazing natural solution products that I use and many people in our team use to just create a really optimal healthy life. And then we're also going to review how you can create a 90-day wellness plan for yourself, and then all of the team education and resources that are available to you now as a member of the That's Life Essential Oils team. Okay, so this is a 201 class. If you haven't been to an essential oils class, I do have a webinar that I recorded just for you, which will take you through what we typically cover in a class. And I cover the top 10 essential oils, why we love doTERRA, the sourcing, how that greatly affects the quality of oils, and how to use your oils safely. So if you haven't been to a class and you haven't seen this webinar, I give you the link right over here. You'll see that right here. It's bit.ly/EOS101-That's Life. And I'd love you to check it out when you have a moment. But for now, let's just go ahead and dive in. So you likely started somewhere here. These are the most popular ways that people start with doTERRA, through one of these starter kit options. While essential oils are doTERRA's core product and what they do best in the world, there are so many other products that you're going to be interested in throughout this year as you use your membership. So that's what we're going to dive into today, okay? Now, the other day, I actually posted this image on Instagram because the thing is, when people are transitioning into this lifestyle, consistency is super important. It's the heart of how we create that lasting change and how we upgrade our health and our lifestyles. So it's the heart of prevention. You know, it's not enough to just have these products in our home. We need to look at how we can actually integrate them in an easy way into our routine, and that's how we're going to create that change. So we need to look at what our daily life is like and then how we can kind of build in what we call triggers, if you will, to get you into that routine of using your oils. So you see here in this picture, different rooms in my house. We've got the kitchen here, my bedroom, the bathroom. And I get up in the morning, I go into the bathroom, and right away I see my beautiful display of oils there. And I see my awesome supplements that I have available to me. And when I see these in front of me, that's an instant trigger for me to begin my day this way. So that's one of the things you want to think about as I'm sharing this information with you. What is your daily life like, and where can you start? Because we just have to start. We just have to start somewhere, right? Pick an area of your life, small, somewhere you can create that daily change and an easy way to start. And before you know it, it's going to cascade into other areas of your life. So this is kind of interesting to understand. You see at the bottom here where it's in pink, where it says 74% of people who begin using doTERRA oils and products in their life today will continue to purchase monthly. 74%. And this is actually unheard of in the natural health industry. doTERRA has the highest percentage of product repurchasers in the whole industry, you guys. So when people start to use essential oils in their life, they start to feel really good and maybe they start cleaning up those chemicals in their home, making their own green cleaners, they're making their own skincare. You don't go back to buying all that toxic stuff that you used to when you have this beautiful form of self-care and healthcare in your home, right? So this is what you're each embarking on right now, is this journey of slowly transitioning and slowly just bringing in those items you used to bring into your home, but actually maybe making them or just buying a cleaner version through your doTERRA membership. So really what you want to ask yourself is, what are you looking for the oils to do for you? Are you wanting them right now to support seasonal shifts in your home, perhaps give you a healthier immune system? Maybe you want to have more restful sleep. Maybe you want increased energy. Maybe you want to support more of a cleanse in your body. Maybe you want a healthier home. Maybe you want natural self-care. Maybe if you have kids, you're looking for an easy way to support their little bodies. Maybe you want to support emotional health. The thing is, the reason people love doTERRA so much, and the reason literally over 100,000 people join every single month, is because of this. There are multi-effect, multi-uses in your home of these products, and it just depends where you personally want to start. And on the right of this slide, you see what we like to call the wellness pyramid, if you will. So eating, right here on the bottom, is the best thing that you can do for your body. So part of what I want to show you today is why supplementation is so important. And then the second area of your life is exercise. So moving your body in a way that you love every day. It's so important. It helps you get that oxygen flowing. It supports your body detoxing. It feels just really good, right? It gets those endorphins pumping. But the key is it has to be something you love, something that you can really commit to doing every single day. And some days it might be just taking a walk with a friend, and some days it might be going on a hike. Some days it might be a yoga class. But you just want to do something every day to move your body. And then right here we have rest and managing stress, and then above that, reducing toxic load. And these are the two areas that you're going to find the most help with when using essential oils, okay? So what I want you to think about, I want you to pause this training right now, and I want you to grab a sheet of paper, and I would love for you to write out what are the first 3 things that come to mind when it comes to your health. What are your top health priorities? And try your best to keep this focused on you. I know that a lot of you watching are women. We may have some men out there too, but you know, our inclination is to help the people around us. We're nurturers, and it's easy to think about what your husband needs, what your kids need, what your mothers need, friends, aunts, uncles. But I really want you to focus on just yourself right now, and I want you to think about what products you currently have. So I'm assuming most of you listening to this already have some oils in your home. So what do you have? And then create a section that says products you'll need, because as I go through this training today, there's going to be a lot of products that kind of grab your attention, things that you know that you're needing and missing in your life. So create a little wish list for yourself, because the great thing is that membership that you have now through your starter kit, it goes for a whole year. So you can go in and purchase whenever you want at your 25% off discount. So you may want to kind of budget out the products you're buying throughout the year. And alternatively, I'm going to review with you at the end of this training how to use the loyalty rewards program. So you're earning a lot of free product, and that's a monthly order that you can opt into. So that might be something that interests you. But for now, just do those 3 columns. What are your 3 health priorities? What are the products you currently have? And what are the products you're going to be needing? And as you see to the right of this slide, I do have kind of a morning, an all day, and an evening. And I'm going to break that out for you over the next 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to talk about how you can actually approach your day using oils. And I'm actually going to share with you what a day in my life looks like towards the end of this training. So let's start out with supplements. The way I love to talk about supplementation is this. Your body works on an energy currency, okay? So the foods that you eat every day, the people you spend your time with, the water you drink, the air you breathe, the amount of sleep you get, that's all part of the energy currency cycle in your body. So the more care you put into what you're taking in, the greater output you're going to have, right? Makes a lot of sense. So I like to think of supplementation as a way to free up that energy, because here's the deal. When we eat foods today, they're very different, right? So they look way different than they did 20 years ago. Our foods have severely depleted in some of the key nutrients that our body needs. So it's very safe to say that every person today really does need to be supplementing, no matter what's your diet. But not everybody knows what or how to supplement. Okay, so we're going to go into that right now. And there's a lot of different approaches out there. You can go to the drugstore today and be completely overwhelmed. And quite honestly, I prefer you not to buy any kind of natural health product at a drugstore, because those places are set up for purchases of things that are not really going to benefit your body. They're kind of more on that treatment end. And we're all about how to live our best life, how to truly live in that optimal range of health. So you are not going to find those products at the drugstore. And the thing is, you have to eat 5 times the food today compared to the 1950s just to get the same amount of vitamins and minerals that they were getting back then. So we know our food system today is severely lacking, and supplementation with the proper nutrients is going to give you way more energy in your body. It's going to help your skin glow. It's going to give you stronger hair and nails. So that first approach to supplementation that we're going to talk about today is called the Lifelong Vitality Program that doTERRA offers. It's actually their #1 product. I had no idea when I started doing oils that they even provided supplements, but this is actually their #1 product. So even though essential oils are their core product, this is the product that more people purchase every single month than anything else because it makes you feel simply amazing, okay? And this is why. So it's a 3-part system. Its #1 thing in there is the Microplex VMZ, not #1 as far as how important it is, but just the first thing. And it is a food nutrient complex. It's whole food, you guys, not synthetics like other supplements have. Vitamins, bioavailable vitamins and minerals, and that is super important. So you know how some companies have a belief that if a little bit is good, then more must be better? But it's absolutely not the case when it comes to vitamin and minerals, because we know that megadosing the body actually puts the body into a stressful state and it doesn't become bioavailable, meaning it's not actually absorbed and used by the body. So some of you may have had this experience before where you take even expensive multivitamins, for example, and you end up having really bright urine. You can see a lot of that money literally being flushed down the drain. So it's very important that what we're doing is actually available to the body. So this Microplex VMZ is like your baseline. It's going to help fill in the gaps of what your diet is not doing. So you're also going to have an increase in energy. The Lifelong Vitality System, it actually helps to increase the number of mitochondria in the body. If you think back to high school biology, those are the powerhouses of your cell, right? So the Lifelong Vitality Program is going to accomplish 2 things for you. It's going to increase your energy in a big way, and it's actually going to decrease pain because most pain is caused because of inflammation in the body. So the Lifelong Vitality helps to balance out the body so it doesn't have this chronic inflammation happening, so that you therefore experience less pain in your body and more energy. So it also contains turmeric root extract and boswellic acid. And then it has fish oils built into the E-omegas. So there's a mix of land and marine oil sources in that blend. So this is like a full spectrum, healthy baseline for people so that what you're eating is actually utilized better by your body. And especially for those days that maybe you're not choosing the best foods, we all have days like that, supplementation is absolutely essential. So now doTERRA has, in addition to this program, something called the Daily Nutrient Pack. And this is just going to be your E-omegas and your Microplex VMZ. So with this, they've removed that 3rd bottle in there, the Alpha CRS, and so it's a little bit cheaper than the Lifelong Vitality. And the people who would likely want to take the Daily Nutrient Pack versus the Lifelong Vitality, those are going to be people who are making more of a conscious effort around their food choices. So maybe you're eating 80% clean, you're getting a lot of greens and fiber and protein in your diet, then the Daily Nutrient Pack will probably be the best choice for you. But for the average person, the Lifelong Vitality Program is going to be where it's at, okay? So this is a monthly program. I take this. It is phenomenal. It just gets your body humming. You know, you feel more complete. Your essential oils work way better because your body is working and doing its job, and the cells are getting those oils into them better. Now, here's another thing you might like. doTERRA actually has a 30-day money-back guarantee on this product. It's their only product that they actually give a full money-back guarantee. Use the whole thing. If you don't feel more energy and less pain in your body, they refund you the whole amount. So that is super, super cool. So you have nothing to lose trying it out. See how it works for you. So that's my #1 product I'd love to talk about when it comes to supplementation. Really, we all need to be supplementing. And then there's 2 other products that you're likely going to be interested here on the slide. And they're 2 of my other favorite supplements. And the first is Terrazyme. And you see that over there on the far left. And Terrazyme helps support healthy digestion and metabolic processes. So it's a blend. It's like a bouquet of enzymes, food-based enzymes that help to digest your food, okay? So if you're someone who has pain when you eat or any kind of digestive issues when you eat, this is going to be a really, really awesome product for you. So even if you don't, this is a very healthy baseline to have. I take 1 in the morning just to stay on track with my digestive system. So if you're eating something like pizza, let's say, something that's more processed, then you're going to want to take a Terrazyme after you eat because it's going to help that food break down. And I also, like I said, take it in the morning. I'll take it with a little bit of water because of those active enzymes, and they kind of help to go in and kind of clear out whatever's sitting around, what's residual in my body. And think of it kind of like cleaning up dust bunnies in your system. So I'll often take that one in the morning. And then the second product I love, love, love is doTERRA's probiotic. It's very, very unique in the world of probiotics. It's called PB Assist, and it is so great for a couple of reasons. And the first is that it has a prebiotic fiber in it. So prebiotics are like the food for your probiotic. If they don't have it, those probiotics die. So that's not going to do any good. And so it's not enough to just take that probiotic because you want that probiotic to flourish. You also want it to get where it needs to go, into your gut, right? Past the stomach. And a lot of probiotics today, especially the kind, in yogurt or things like that, they're not going to get past your stomach because your stomach has a lot of acid and it kills it. So unfortunately, many of the probiotics that are on the market today, they are not encapsulated properly. So they don't make it to the intestines. So doTERRA's is actually double encapsulated, meaning it's like a probiotic within a pill, okay? And it also has that prebiotic fiber, so it's gonna make it to where it needs to go. It actually has 5 billion CFUs per cap, and what I noticed personally is it really helped my digestion. It also helped to give me a stronger immune system because our gut is like where 80% of our immunity is at, right? So what I like to do is take my Lifelong Vitality or my daily nutrient pack on the far right that I explained to you, and then I take that at breakfast and dinner, and then I take Terrazyme in the morning, and then I will also take one later in the day if I've had something that was a little more processed, and it literally cuts through the bloat almost instantly. It's an amazing enzyme. And then the PB Assist, that probiotic, I take that at night because I like to help fill my gut with flora while I sleep, okay? So what I personally noticed, and I hope this isn't TMI, I noticed I became a lot more regular when I started incorporating this approach in my supplementation, like very regular, which is super important. We know we're not just what we eat, we are what we digest and what we eliminate, and that's a healthy body. So those are my 3 favorite supplements. Now, doTERRA also has something called GX Assist, which GX Assist is something you can take for 10 days. It's like a gut cleanser, and people like to take that along with the probiotics. So they'll take the GX Assist for 10 days, clear out their gut, and then they'll take the PB Assist for a month, okay? So that's one other supplement you might want to look into. There's several others like Mito 2 Max for energy. I have that available in our home for those days when I know I'm kind of dragging, but it's not a daily use program. And then these are just really the 3 supplements I like to get behind for daily use. All right, I'm gonna get a quick drink. I'm talking to you guys a lot. Okay. So what I'm going to do with you is kind of segment oils and products and the different ways that you're going to use them. So let's first talk about oils in the kitchen. So in your kitchen, as you can see on the slide here, essential oils are a beautiful approach to your cooking. I love to make different salad dressings, and you see a salad dressing here on the bottom right-hand side. And you can make smoothies with your oils. You can see that over here. Pause and write that down. Take a screenshot. It's just an awesome, balanced smoothie. And what you'll notice, the oils really liven up your smoothies. They bring all the other flavor profiles to life. So I love using citrus oils or even cinnamon. You can see there we can add cinnamon to our baking or to your oatmeal. I love to add cinnamon to my smoothies as well if I'm making something a little more sweet, like a pumpkin smoothie. But I love using oils. They help cut back on the sugar that you have to use. And basically in a recipe, let's say you're making a lemon blueberry muffin recipe, you can actually replace the lemon zest in a recipe with lemon essential oil, like 1 or 2 drops. And a little is going to go a long way, as you'll learn with oils. So the same applies in your kitchen. You're going to want to make sure you only use 1 or 2 drops to start. And then things like peppermint. If you're making peppermint brownies around the holidays, you're going to need only a couple of drops in that recipe. And by the way, that tastes like Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies. They're amazing. So sometimes you're going to have to kind of play around with it, decide how much you want, and you'll find a recipe that really rocks with it. But with dressings, with marinades, if you're making crock pot meals that usually call for different herbs, you can substitute in your oils. And that's a really fantastic way to introduce oils in the kitchen. So a couple of other ways that I use oils every day in my kitchen is not only my diffuser, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but I also love to soak a big bowl of fruit and veggies in about 5 drops of lemon oil. It really brightens the flavor. It helps to clean them. And you can add about a half a cup of vinegar to this as well with the water, just kind of give them a bath. But what I love about using something like citrus oils, like lemon or grapefruit oil, is that it actually gives it a lot of life to those fruit and veggies. So it's not only cleaning them and preventing mold. Oh my gosh, you know how fast strawberries go bad after you wash them? This is going to really, really help with that if you'll soak them first like this. But it actually bumps up that flavor too. So have fun with that. Look for fun ways to use your oils. You know, I love marjoram and thyme. I use this all the time when I'm making any kind of protein dish. It's great with chicken. So have fun, experiment. There's whole classes available on just essential oils in the kitchen, and you can find those online. Okay, so let's talk about healthy mornings. A nice routine to get into, like I mentioned, would be making a smoothie in the morning. You might even want to include doTERRA's Terra Greens. So you can see those kind of down here. This is a fruit and vegetable supplement that's strictly fruits and vegetables in there. Dehydrated, great way to get more veggies into your kids' diet. And you can add 1 scoop of it. And I have to tell you, I've tried a lot of green powders in my day. This is not my favorite by itself. I like to put it in with a smoothie, but this one is so much better than any others I have tried. And it really digests nicely. It doesn't have a super chalky stevia taste to it or anything like that. And you can mix it into water as well, but I love to add it to our smoothies. I will also take it when I travel because we tend to not eat as many vegetables when we're out and about, so I will add that in the mornings to like a protein, doTERRA's protein powder to kind of get that protein and those fruits and veggies into my diet that day. And Terrazyme I've already talked about, so you can see that on the screen. And then On Guard is an oil I love to recommend for people to use every day for about a month when you're transitioning into a new season, or the kids have started back to school. It's just going to give you that extra immune support. And then there's a green smoothie recipe for you at the top there. You know, when it comes to your morning routine, what you're going to see if you flip through your product catalog is doTERRA has so many great products that you can replace things that you're currently buying at the drugstore. So you can see the hair care listed there, the serum that they have for hair. Oh my gosh, I love it. It just smells so beautiful. It's a nice herbal hair serum. And I use it every single day. I wash my hair about every 4 days. So I do love doTERRA's hair care for that. It's just really nice and gentle, even on my colored hair. So that's a great product that can replace whatever you're buying at the drugstore. And then Virage, oh my gosh, you see that down here? It's a 4-part system. I'm going to talk about it in a little more detail on another slide, but it is the #1 thing I talk about in doTERRA because it really helps you to have that glowing skin. It's just a beautiful form of self-care. And so many of the women I work with, that's an area that they really are feeling neglected in, their own self-care. This product's all natural. Another doTERRA leader took every single ingredient in this system and plugged it into the EWG's Skin Deep database, and it came out so low on that scale. If you don't know about that database, Google it. It's the Skin Deep database. It will actually rank products that you're using, cleaning, makeup, anything, you know, on a toxicity scale between 0 and 10. And I think Virage came out to like a 1 or a 2, something super low. So it's minimal ingredients, plant-based. It uses beautiful and really precious essential oils. And you see on the screen, so beginning the morning with the healthy oral hygiene approach, the toothpaste is really great for that. And we want our natural products to work, right? And these actually work. I've tried other natural products that just did not cut it. So these have all been really, really great. The toothpaste, it has no fluoride in it because fluoride's toxic. It has xylitol, so no sugar. And then the oils that are in On Guard are built into that toothpaste. So lots of great options there. And then you can also see down here the natural deodorant at the bottom right corner. And there's no aluminum. It's all natural ingredients in that. And here's a tip. It's not super aromatic. So if you like having more of an aromatic, one thing you can do is you can use a drop or 2 of your favorite essential oils that morning. Just add them to the stick and then apply it under your arms. And some favorites that people like are grapefruit, frankincense, clary sage. Those are beautiful oils to just scent the area with. Or geranium, that's lovely and really feminine. Green cleaning. So this is an area that perhaps you want to start using your oils for. A lot of people in this area of their home, this is one you're really aware of, that people want to clean up and they want to detoxify. So there's a lot of great recipes on here that you can try. And alternatively, if you've been given a lot of recipes, you've probably gotten that Essentially Natural ebook that I sent out when you first started. And there's some great ones in there to try, and there's some more here on your screen. So take a screenshot. And I'm going to go through with you a couple of the most popular products in this On Guard cleaning line because there are a really a lot of great solutions there, and I want you to be able to know about those. A lot of them you're probably buying at your drugstore right now, a more toxic version. Okay, so the first is the On Guard laundry detergent, and I want to tell you a quick story. So there's another wellness advocate, and she shared this experience with her baby girl, and she had terrible eczema that covered her whole body, and they had cut out everything they could think of to try to help their little girl's skin. And laundry detergent was the last thing they finally looked at because they hadn't been worried about it. It was labeled as a natural laundry detergent, but little did they know that this was actually one of the main problems. It had, quote, natural fragrance. A lot of things can hide under that, okay, under the ingredients on that label. And when they removed that detergent and started making her own recipe, the one you see here on the screen, her skin cleared up within a couple of weeks. And this laundry detergent doTERRA makes is something she was able to switch over to. It's concentrated, it's safe for high efficiency machines, and it'll last you for about 64 loads. It's proven to be really super safe for sensitive skin. So the second product you'll likely want to have in your home is On Guard Foaming Hand Wash. And you can actually buy the hand wash separately and pour it into any foaming dispenser, or you can buy it as a package deal right here with the hand wash and then 2 foaming dispensers. And so the reason you need to care about this is almost every hand wash you'll buy at the store today has an ingredient called triclosan in it. And that's kind of what gives it the antibacterial properties. It's actually one of the most damaging ingredients in our homes. Researchers have been telling us, and it's slowly starting to be pulled off the market. As we now realize, this is something that is of great concern. So all the antibacterial products we're using, they're really, really bad. So I threw up a quote on here by Dr. Mercola, and he talks about why antibacterial soaps need to be avoided. They're very harmful to our health. So I love this foaming hand wash. And I like it because with kids in the house, this is an easy way to introduce immune support throughout the day because it has that On Guard in it. We're always, well, hopefully always, washing our hands before we eat or when we come in from outside or whatever. So this is just a nice way to integrate that into your home, and it works so well. So I love this product. The third product in the On Guard line that I love talking about is this cleaning concentrate, because here's the deal. This cleaning concentrate will cost, I think, around $14 wholesale price. I'll tell you, this makes, like it says here, 12 full-size bottles of cleaner. That's going to last you forever. So if you've been buying some brand of natural cleaner at the store and you know how expensive those can be, this is actually super affordable. So here's what I love to do. I will put what the recipe calls for. So it's about a tablespoon of this cleaner concentrate per cup of water in this glass spray bottle. And then I'll add some essential oils just to kind of beef up the aroma. So the cleansing action is here already. But I like to add, and these are just some of my personal favorites at the moment, I like to add a couple drops of lemon, spearmint, and clove into that container. And that actually makes cleaning fun. Because here's what you'll notice. What starts to happen as you start to use essential oils, you'll start to find joy in some of the more daunting things you know that you have to do right now, such as cleaning. It will actually be something you kind of look forward to. In fact, I look for things to clean with this because I love that scent so much, and it just gives my mood a lift. Anyway, give it a try and see what you think. I think you'll absolutely love this product. It's also this cleaning product. It will be the best thing ever for like stains, things like blood stains, red wine, you name it. It's just really effective. You can just dump it straight on the stain. Okay, let's talk about little ones and what products doTERRA has for them. doTERRA actually has this kit of oils called the Touch Kit that you see here. And this is a kit of 9 ready-to-use diluted blends. They're actually 9 of the most popular oils that you'll use in your home. And they're pre-diluted for you in a roller bottle. So this is fantastic for those moments when you don't have the time to create a dilution in your hand. You can just throw them in your purse and go. My kids know they can just come and grab them. If you want a really easy approach with your kids, you can actually keep it in your purse, the whole kit. You know, there's little cases you can buy that will carry all of these little roller bottles for you. And easy to take when you travel, easy to have in the kitchen. I personally have one of these kits in my kitchen. That's the center of my home. It's where everybody likes to hang out. It's where people do their homework. It's where they listen to music and they just talk to mom and dad, right? So our kit is in there. These oils are in there. And you can get them as singles as well. You don't have to get it in a kit, but you do get a price break when you purchase them as a kit. But this is brilliant for using with your kids or even with the elderly, anyone who has sensitive or thin skin, okay? Some of the other things you see here, if you go to doTERRA's blog, you're going to actually find a whole recipe section on making over your diaper bag, okay? But something real simple, fractionated coconut oil applied with a little bit of lavender right here. That's going to be the number one thing that you're probably going to apply to your baby's skin topically to soothe it. And then using Melaleuca is actually going to help clean the skin as well. So those probably are the two most common oils that mamas use with their kids. But you can make a lot of things to have in your diaper bag just as a healthy support. And then as your kids get a little bit older, when they're about 2 years of age, there are different products you may be interested in. So supplementation-wise, I totally love and stand behind these two products. You see the A to Z Chewables and the IQ Mega. So the A to Z Chewables are actually really, really delicious. They're watermelon flavored, and it gives them a really good spectrum of nutrients. And then the IQ Mega is an omega-3 fish oil that tastes like orange. No fishy flavor at all, you guys. So one thing that's awesome for kids is to actually blend this into a little smoothie for them. They won't even know they're getting it. So if you're taking notes, a favorite smoothie for kids either in the morning or after school is to take about a cup of almond milk and then put a teaspoon of that IQ Mega in there. And then a couple of teaspoons of hemp seeds for protein. You can pick those up at Costco. And then throw in a banana and a little bit of frozen fruit and then just blend that up. And that's a really great kind of cover their bases kind of smoothie. And then as an added snack, I like to give them doTERRA's probiotic for kids over here, the PB Assist Junior. And it tastes like a pixie stick, you guys. I keep these out of reach. My kids are old enough to know better, but if you have little ones, you would want to keep these out of reach because they are so good. And kids need to know they can only have one a day because they would eat more if they were allowed to. They taste that good. So taking care of their gut health is going to really help keep their immunity supported. And you should know that these are also double encapsulated, just like the adult version pill. Okay, so really, really great probiotic. And by the way, you do not have to refrigerate either the adult version or the kid version like you do other probiotics. Okay, let's see what else on this page. The Intune roller bottle that you see over here is likely one you're going to want to be using if your kids are in school. It's a focus blend, and it helps them to really focus, or for you at work. My son has struggled with ADHD, so this is something that we've put on the back of his neck in the morning, and then he takes a bottle in his backpack to reapply on the bottoms of his feet in the middle of the day. And then I also love to give my kids some form of On Guard, okay? Whether it's a beadlet or a throat lozenge or a few swipes of the On Guard touch roller up here. You can put that on their spine, up and down their spine or on the bottoms of the feet before heading off to school. It's just a really good daily protection. I want to mention something else about the toothpaste for a sec. One of the other things that's great to do around our tooth care is to clean our toothbrushes once a week. And you can see here the little mason jar here with toothbrushes in it. You can put them in a mason jar, add about 5 drops of On Guard. I'd recommend about 1 drop of On Guard per toothbrush, I guess. And then just let them sit there for 10 or 20 minutes and then rinse them off and they're good to go. So think about it. Our mouths are really dirty. When do we stop to clean our toothbrushes? So that might be something you're really interested in doing as well. Okay, how many of you are interested in using oils to support exercise or weight management? There's a lot of great approaches here. So one of my personal simple favorites is just plain old peppermint on the temples. And you'll find it really helps you to get in the mindset of moving your body. It actually really energizes you. Peppermint is really clearing. It's one of the first things I do in the morning. I swipe a little on the bridge of my nose. So I will often apply that roller bottle of peppermint, or if I don't have that, I'll just apply 1 drop direct to my temples, right here or on the back of my neck. And that just really helps to invigorate me. And some other loved essential oil products that help with exercise. So you see Breathe here. It's really good at opening up the airways and supporting that respiratory system. You might want to keep a bottle of Breathe in your yoga bag. You can apply it to the bridge of your nose. Lemongrass as well is going to help you manage the lactic acid that's produced in your body during a workout. So it helps prevent that post-workout soreness that happens. But if that happens, Deep Blue is going to be your best friend. So Deep Blue is so soothing. And it comes not only as the 5 ml bottle that you see here, but also in a 10 ml roller bottle. And it also comes as a cream rub. And I find that cream rub to even be a little more intensive. So a little goes a long way. But if you have any kind of post-workout soreness, that's going to be your go-to. It's really, really amazing. And then Mito 2 Max. This is that supplement that I talked to you about at the beginning, and this is a natural caffeine-free supplement approach. It's going to increase your energy and your stamina. So even for those nights where I know I'm going to go teach an oil class, let's say, and I need to have my game on, I'm going to take one of those before I go teach the class. So anytime you need that heightened focus, mental awareness, that's going to be a great supplement for you to try. So what else on here? There's actually a couple of products for managing your weight. You're going to see some things up here for that. So doTERRA has a metabolic oil, a blend called Slim and Sassy. And this is an oil you can add to your water. For me, it's pretty intense. Even though I like the flavor, it's very intense. So I prefer to put a drop under my tongue and then wash it down with a glass of water as opposed to drinking a whole glass of water flavored with it. It has citrus oils, ginger, peppermint, and cinnamon bark. So it actually helps control your appetite and it helps you to make better choices. So it also helps to detox your body. So what else? doTERRA has some protein powders that are wonderful, the Slim and Sassy brand protein powders, and they actually have a vegan version, and then they have the trim shakes. So those are great to even look at replacing a meal with. And what I would recommend doing is the protein powder along with some of those tara greens that we talked about, and then the fish oil. So that would be great. You can add a banana in with it and make it more of a whole food meal in a smoothie. And then here on the right, I want to go through a quick approach for cleansing the body that many people have had success with in doTERRA. So this 30-day cleanse is a nice approach because it doesn't involve any crazy juicing or major life changes. It's just a nice introductory cleanse for people. And I kind of like to think of this as stage one, and then you might move into something that's more supportive with foods and juicing. And we can definitely do that once you've started with this simpler approach. So it basically integrates using that Slim and Sassy for the whole 30 days, and you can take that as the oil, or it also comes in a soft gel form as well. And then they also have a supplement called Zendocrine, and Zendocrine also does come as an essential oil blend, a supplement and an oil blend. But Zendocrine is going to help support your filtering organs like your liver and your kidneys, and they help them to do their job better. So it's recommended that you apply that oil topically to the areas where those organs are. So you could rub it in a little over your liver and your kidneys. And this is something you can take internally as well. I actually do that on a daily basis, 1 drop in my mouth in the morning and 1 drop at night. But I would start with topical, and it's going to support deeper cleansing as your organs are working. So that is something that you would take for the full 30 days as well. And then proper supplementation through either the Lifelong Vitality Pack or the Daily Nutrient Pack that I reviewed with you at the start. That's taken for the full 30 days. And then Terrazyme. So those 4 products you take for 30 days throughout this cleanse. And the Terrazyme, again, just as a reminder, it's that spectrum of digestive enzymes. Helps digest your food better, and it helps it to actually utilize everything in your food better. So also 10 days of this program, it's recommended that you do GX Assist, which is more of an intestinal tract cleanse. You're going to take that 3 times a day with your meals, and that's going to be really important. And then you're going to follow that with your probiotics. So your probiotics, the PB Assist. Well, you can take those at the same time as the GX Assist. It's actually recommended that you separate them out, okay? So the PB Assist can go in and infuse your gut with the healthy probiotics after you've taken that GX Assist, okay? So that's a really nice form of supplementation to support your body and deeper cleansing. But here's the deal. Your body is cleansing every day on its own. You don't need to go on those radical cleanses all the time. Sometimes because of our lifestyle, our body's overloaded. So these supplements are really going to support that. Okay, so let's talk about being healthy at work. Some of our favorite oils to have at the office. Number 1, past tense. If you haven't tried this yet, you're going to want to add this to your next order because it's really great for any kind of tension that comes up. Maybe if you have strain from leaning over at your desk, or you have any kind of occasional headaches that happen, past tense is going to be your best friend. We love it. So I will often use peppermint throughout the day, but if I have something that's just not going away, past tense usually cuts it. And then Deep Blue would be kind of stage 3. So if you have something peppermint or past tense isn't quite cutting it on, then Deep Blue is going to be kind of your last go-to. So people who have something more chronic, they tend to love that Deep Blue roll-on. And then beadlets, I love having those at my desk. That's another thing at work. They have the peppermint and then the On Guard beadlets. That's just for a really simple pop. And they have about a half a drop of oil in each little beadlet. So I also love having a diffuser at my desk. And personally, my diffuser is usually going most of the day in my office. And on one of my next slides, I'm going to share with you my favorite blend for my office, but that's pretty crucial. So most people like to do something like peppermint and wild orange. It's actually what I've got going right now. I kind of go back and forth, different blends, but it's really invigorating, really energizing, and the whole office tends to love that. You know, some people are partial to certain scents or don't like a certain scent, but peppermint and wild orange seems to be something that everybody in your office can get on board with if you're wanting to use it at the office. And then hand sanitizer. doTERRA makes a simple spray. You can see that over here. And that contains On Guard oil for a really great protection. And we talked about making up your diaper bag already. You can see a diaper bag up here. Down here, driving in your car, there's lots of great products you want to have there. And one of the things you're starting to see as I show these slides is if you don't have your oils with you, you're not going to use them, right? So it's really important to either get yourself some little sampling vials, and maybe initially what you do is you take the oils from your kit and you kind of divide them up into some sampling vials. So you have a set in your purse, or you have a set in your car or your gym bag or diaper bag, because if you have the oils on hand, you're going to be able to use them more readily. And what I found when I first started using doTERRA was when I would have the oils, like my main set, in either my bedroom or the kitchen, and I'd have to run back into where they were if I wanted to use them. And it may sound ridiculous, but in the moment, if I had to do that, I just wouldn't use an oil, right? So I started making it easier on myself, and I purchased these little trays that I could put my oils in, and then I divide my oils into these little sampling vials and put them in the places that I tended to use those particular oils. So here in the car, you see that little case hanging from the steering wheel. It's actually a keychain with little sampling vials, and you can order those through your wholesale account for super, super cheap. So you can take some of the oils from your kit and put maybe 10 or 20 drops in those little sampling vials, so you always have them with you. Okay, so I mentioned self-care. I just want to go through this awesome approach for hair care and skin care. As I mentioned, I only wash my hair about every 4 days or so, and I love to add peppermint and rosemary to my shampoo. And I'll put like 1 drop in my hand of each of those and with the squirt of shampoo, and I just work that into my scalp. And that peppermint is super invigorating, and the rosemary is super healthy for your scalp. And although I have a nice, healthy, thick head of hair, if that is something you struggle with, rosemary is actually going to really help with that too. So helps promote hair growth. And then with the conditioner over here, I love to add a drop of sandalwood or geranium to it. It's very nourishing to the hair, and sandalwood, even on its own, is a very thick oil. And while it's a little pricier, it's very healing for your hair. It actually feels like the consistency of a hair serum. So that's really great to add to the ends of your hair daily. You can control oil with this dry shampoo here that you make yourself for just pennies. You just take arrowroot powder and put it in a little shaker, kind of like a salt and pepper shaker, any kind of a plastic little bottle that has perforations in the top. And then you add essential oils to it. Or you can add a little of the powder to your hand and then add a drop of lavender or geranium to it there before applying it to the roots of your hair. And I mentioned this herbal hair serum here that you see at the bottom. I love, love, love it. I put that on the ends of my hair every day. And then you can even make your own sea salt spray. You can make a sea salt spray very easily. There's a lot of recipes out there. You can even go to doTERRA's blog. You'll find a lot of recipes on there. That's one of the ones that you're going to find there. So you can use that to get kind of those California beachy waves. And then self-care for the face. I love the system that I mentioned. This is the Virage that I said before. It has a gel-based cleanser, and then a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. So what I actually like to do is to add a drop of frankincense in my hand when I apply that moisturizer. And it has really helped to fade dark patches that I had on my face from being out in the sun too much when I was younger. So I'll do that with the moisturizer in the morning, and then I use the serum at night. I don't feel a need to use the moisturizer and the serum. They're both very moisturizing, so I'll use one in the morning, one at night. So that system is really, really great. It's definitely a top product. It lasts me about 2 months, maybe a little longer. Okay, so let's talk about diffusing. This is going to be, for many of you, where you start. And if you didn't get a diffuser in your kit, then I would definitely be adding one to a future order soon, because this is going to be one of your most favorite ways of experiencing the oils. And it also presents an opportunity to use oils in a lot of different combinations and to change the feeling in your home. So really ask yourself, what kind of experience are you looking to create? And you'll find that over time, you'll probably have a diffuser in every room. Don't worry, that doesn't make you weird. You're in good company. I have a lot of them in my home. doTERRA actually has now 4 that are available, so there's lots to choose from there. And doTERRA's diffusers are definitely a higher quality than what you'll find elsewhere, either in stores or online, in other places. And I've tried a lot of other diffusers. Some have been on Amazon because I thought they looked really pretty, but they've maybe worked for a few months and then given out. So doTERRA's diffusers are definitely a higher quality. They put a better, finer mist into the air. They last longer. You can use less oil with them. You'll basically use them at different times of the day. A lot of people like to use them first thing in the morning to help invigorate and wake up. That peppermint and citrus, like your wild orange, like I mentioned before, those are going to be great for that. And then at night, I like to recommend you turn your diffuser on about 30 minutes before you're going to go to bed, so those aromatic compounds have filled your bedroom. And you can't go wrong with something like lavender or Serenity, which is doTERRA's Restful Blend. It's a beautiful blend that has lavender in it, and then also vetiver and cedarwood and a bunch of other really, really great oils for sleep, or even just for calming down. So those 2 oils are going to be great, the vetiver and the cedarwood, for helping to promote even deeper, more restful sleep. So if you or your children or your husband even has any trouble falling asleep, you might want to get yourself some vetiver. It's a very heavy oil. You'll actually smell it in the room a couple of days after you apply it. So some people like to apply it on the bottoms of their feet and then put socks on. Another combination we love is lavender and Breathe, which kind of smells like a spa. And the Breathe helps to open up the airways while the lavender helps promote deeper sleep. So that's really, really nice. And if you don't own a diffuser, that's okay. You can take your preferred oil, like let's say lavender here, and you can put a drop on an eye mask if you wear one of those, or you can put a drop on your pillowcase, or a few drops on a cotton ball and stick that in your pillowcase or your kids' pillowcases. You can do different things until you have a diffuser. And here's my favorite combination that I love to have diffusing in my office right here. So it's 2 drops each of clary sage, wild orange, lavender, and sandalwood. And you probably don't have all those oils yet, right? But you have got to give this a try when you do. It's just super beautiful, and it creates kind of a nice zen feeling in my office. And then with your diffusers, most of them are going to work with just water, and they'll diffuse into the air. And like I mentioned, it takes about 30 minutes, and then those aromatic compounds are going to fill the air, and you can kind of turn your diffuser off at that point for a while. And then you're going to want to get in the habit of actually cleaning your diffuser about once a week with something like rubbing alcohol or vinegar. It just takes a minute, and you'll kind of get a little bit of a musty smell coming from your diffuser if you don't do this. So it's really, really good to do, and it'll help your diffuser to last longer also. I also want to show you a document I have for you before I leave this slide. So you see this link here, bit.ly/essential diffusing. I'll open that and show you just a page that I have for you there. So here, there's a guide for you of a lot of great blends to try. So like I mentioned, this will be one of the most popular ways you begin using your essential oils. And it's actually one of the most powerful on your body, because when you breathe in an oil, it actually affects the limbic system in your brain. And that limbic system is basically, it's what controls how you feel in your body, your emotions. So when you experience a pure essential oil, not a fake one, not a synthetic one that you'll buy at the store, but a pure plant oil like doTERRA, a very interesting chemical reaction is going to happen in the brain. So you're actually able to really influence how you feel, how people in your home feel, okay? So this is why diffusers are so popular, because everybody benefits. So when you open that link, you'll want to bookmark this document, because I give you all these great blends to try. I also give you a couple of videos to watch on why diffusing is so popular, and then I share different diffusers that doTERRA makes and what the differences are, and just some really great information in there to look through for you. We've talked about how using a diffuser is a great way to influence your mood, so I wanted to show you this emotional aromatherapy kit doTERRA has. It's really been making waves in the aromatherapy world because it really puts these tools into your hands really so easily to be able to shift emotions right in the moment. So here's how you use these blends. There's actually 6 different blends in this kit. You see them here, and they can be purchased together for a price break, or you can also purchase them individually. They're in 5 ml bottles, and they're very, very effective. And how you use these, if you want to basically identify on this wheel that comes with the kit, you identify how you're feeling in the moment. So let's say you're feeling, I don't know, pick a mood. Let's say you're feeling anxious. you can see that anxious falls within that mint category. It's kind of on the border between mint and floral over here. And it's kind of, for anyone who's anxious, it's recommended that you're going to grab that bottle of Peace. It makes it really easy to pick your oils. So if you're actually in the middle area between two oils, let's say you were worried, you could choose whether you wanted to do the Peace oil or the Console oil. And then what I like to suggest you do is once you've identified how you feel, you've grabbed that corresponding blend, you put a drop in your hand, or you can just smell it straight from the bottle, whatever you prefer. And you breathe that in while you tell yourself a positive affirmation. So something that's going to kind of pull you out of that moment. I recommend saying it out loud. The things that we think and we feel actually influence what we do. So if we voice that, it's going to be a lot more effective than just thinking it. So say it out loud, what you're wanting to change. And the other thing that's really unique in the body, because our sense of smell is the most powerful sense that we have, right? It's actually directly linked to memory. So many of you listening to me right now, you can recall what your favorite scent is and the memory that's attached to that. So what you're doing in this exercise, you're actually rebuilding patterns in your body, in your brain, so that the next time you feel that way, its grip on you is not going to be as strong. You can go back to smelling that oil and you're making positive connections to the affirmation that you told yourself, and you're literally changing the chemical reactions that happen in your brain. Super cool, right? And that's a major draw for why people love using oils. It's really handy to have that for supporting emotional health in a way that they haven't been able to before. So check out this kit. It's likely going to be something you're going to want to have in your home sometime this year, if not right away. It just depends on what your current need is in your home. All right, let me grab another drink. All right, so to just kind of summarize some of my favorite picks. Everyone is different, but I've been using essential oils for years now. And these are some of the oils and products I've loved that didn't come in my original starter kit. So I wanted to share those with you. So in terms of oils and blends, I love Intune, which comes in a roller bottle and is doTERRA's Focus Blend. Helps me to focus, helps my son who struggles with ADHD to focus. It's really a blessing in our home. So it's a beautiful, beautiful blend. And then the Aroma Touch blend is another one of my favorites. It's a massage blend, and it's so extremely therapeutic. It has marjoram in it, which helps to just ease and soothe tension in the muscles. And then it has a little bit of peppermint in there, so I'll often apply this at the end of a long day. If I'm still working in my office, I give myself a little neck rub with it, and I'll dilute it and apply it to my temples and the back of my neck. It's just amazing. And then Serenity is doTERRA's Restful Blend, and I love to use this for having a really good night's sleep. It just helps to kind of turn that brain off and be able to wash the cares of the day away so I can relax and get some really good rest. It's also one I like to use to replace toxic perfumes. It smells amazing. And then Balance for winding down. I actually love combining this with Serenity oftentimes. Balance has a little more of a masculine appeal to it. It has kind of a piney scent to it. It reminds me of mountain air. It's really grounding. So Dr. Hill actually recommends that you start off in the morning by applying some Balance to the bottoms of your feet. It really helps to ground you. It helps to start your day coming from a place of intention, okay? My son, I sent him up to college with a bunch of oils, and this is one he uses every day. It's his favorite. So beautiful blend, one you're gonna wanna have. And then grapefruit oil's next, and it's wonderful. Grapefruit, I love for not only the cleansing profile of it, the way it smells, the way it tastes in my water and in my smoothies, but it's also a key essential oil for helping boost glutathione in the body, which is a really important antioxidant that's involved in detoxing. So I will add grapefruit to my drinking water and my smoothies. As I already mentioned, I also love diffusing it. It's just a really, really nice aroma. And then Ylang Ylang, it has a nice floral scent, and it's wonderful for lifting my mood. I will actually put a drop of this and a drop of grapefruit on my diffuser bracelet. You can actually see I've got one on today. This one's like a leather cuff, and I just put a little bit on the inside of that, and I can smell it all day long. In terms of products, I've already gone pretty heavily into the Virage skincare system, On Guard toothpaste, cleaning concentrate, foaming hand wash, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, Terrazyme, that enzyme supplement, and the PB Assist probiotics. So these products are on my monthly order pretty much every single month because I love what they've replaced that I was buying before, and they work. And I just can't say enough about those. So, all right, next. So I mentioned how important it is to have oils at your fingertips, right? And here you can see a few approaches for doing that. There's that keychain that doTERRA has available. It's about $6.50 with your wholesale account. And it comes with the sampling vials you see here, 8 of them, which is really nice, and they're refillable. You can just put your top 8 oils in there and carry them around with you at all times. And then other things, think about places like your bathroom, just like I have here, my bathroom, bedroom, car, kitchen, office, gym bag, your purse. Okay, these are places you're going to want to have the oils you need that you use in those places. And those little vials are going to come in handy for that. So lots of great options there. A few things you might see in this picture that you haven't seen before. You should know when you drink waters, they need to be in a stainless steel or glass container. So I carry my Hydro Flask around with me in my purse because I live in Phoenix. It's hot. Or even in the winter, it's really dry. So I always have water with me with my oils in there. This is just something fun. I know I'll get comments about where did I get that. My son actually made this for me to hold my oils in his woodshop class in high school. In the car, this is called a CD case. You can go on Aromatools, I believe is where I got that. Aromatools.com, and it has the little sampling vials in it. So when I go on trips, I can take pretty much every oil I want to in a very, very small space. And then this is a car diffuser I got on Amazon. So you can message me for that brand if you would like that. I've tried a lot of different car diffusers. This one works really great. Okay, so let's see. So as you can kind of see here, this is a big part of being able to use your oils is having them where you need them. People who don't actually get on this lifestyle, it's usually because they keep their oils tucked in a cupboard at home, and then they're always thinking about them on the road, wishing they had them. But to get around that, you want to always have them available in your bag. So DIY tools. So something you'll likely venture into at some point is making your own products. So if that interests you, what I suggest is for you to maybe make one recipe a week. Start with the area in your home that has the highest need. And if that's cleaning and greening up your home or self-care, focus on doing something each week. And again, I'll point out a couple of great places to look for recipes for those, but when it comes to buying bottles to do this, one of the best places to do this is through your wholesale account on doTERRA.com. And the bottles there are really high quality for a really good price. Their roller bottles have a stainless steel head on them. I haven't found any on Amazon that didn't leak, and when they're on their side, and doTERRA's do not leak. So that's a really, really good place to go. And then other places, if you're in the US, you can go to aromatools.com or oillife.com. If you're in Canada, you can get these through a company called My Essential Business, which is in Toronto, and they ship all over Canada. Or Sapphire Blue also ships all over Canada, has a lot of bulk supplies, not only glass bottles and tins and packages, but ingredients like bulk sizes of coconut oil and shea butter and beeswax and things like that. And then items you'll likely want to have on hand as you begin this journey. Roller bottles so that you can dilute. So if you're not buying the pre-diluted roller bottles doTERRA has, you can actually make your own. So you can buy the 10 milliliter roller bottles. What I like to suggest for kids is you only use 1 drop of essential oil per milliliter of roller bottle. So if you have a 10 milliliter roller bottle, you're only using about 10 drops of essential oil, and you're topping it off with fractionated coconut oil. And then for adults or kids who weigh as much as an adult, which is my whole family at this point, you can actually you'll see recipes, and they're going to be anywhere from 30 up to 60 drops of essential oil. Usually that just varies. Other things like glass spray bottles, little usage guides, which are great to hand out to people if you ever give them a little sample. Speaking of which, sampling vials, if you are doing the business, you'll likely want to have some sampling vials on hand to give people a little experience with the oils before they come out to a class or before they purchase their first kit. So people want to understand what the difference in quality is, and that's a great way to show them that. And then the Modern Essentials and also the Essential Life books are essential books. So as you are beginning this journey, you really need these. They are basically your essential oil reference guides, and they'll tell you exactly what to do. And Modern Essentials can be purchased at Aromatools in the US or My Essential Business in Canada. And the Essential Life book is available at Oil Life in the US and also at My Essential Business in Canada. And these books are both amazing. You'll absolutely adore them, and you'll refer to them every day. And the difference is Modern Essentials is a little more medically oriented and straight to the point of what you need to do. And the Essential Life is more of a lifestyle book. It's beautiful with tons of DIY and recipes for helping with all sorts of things. It also will tell you to do what to do with different health concerns. So I really do recommend having both. They're very different, even though they accomplish a lot of the same things. They do it in different ways, and I find people gravitate to one or the other. But sometimes I can't find something in one book and it'll be in the other, and vice versa. So I really do like having both. All right. So let's bring it home, okay? So if you come back to your sheet of paper and you look at your top 3 health priorities, right? And you think about the oils that you already have or your products or whatever it was that you first started with, what I'd first like you to do to identify how you want to put those oils to work for you. So here on the right side of the screen, you see a quick product guide. And if you want to pause it and kind of zoom in on there so you can see it better, look at the oils you have. And then what you really want to do is just start putting those oils to work for you. So I'm going to mention a resource guide in a moment to help you start putting those oils to work and how to continue using them. It'll help you with that. But figure out what products you have that you'll already get to work on solutions that you're looking to have in your life. So, and then based on what I shared today, you'll want to start building out your wish list. So if there are certain areas of your life you're looking to clean up, what products are you going to need? And if you didn't already, just pause the video and write those down. So next I'm going to show you the best way to order those, okay? But before I do that, here's an example I wanted to create for you of my day with oils, okay? So if you want to hit pause, print this out, or take a screenshot, maybe there's a few things in here you'd love to try in your own life. You know, when I first started using essential oils years ago, I didn't realize all the ways they could impact my life. I just kind of would make a cleaner here and there or put some pretty blends in the diffuser. And as I started to just feel better and learn more, I started to integrate them in more ways. And now this is a pretty typical day in my life. I do these things without really even thinking about it, because when you start using oils and you start to feel good, that becomes something habitual that you don't even have to think about, because you just know that you need to do it. It's just what you do. It's what makes you feel good. So, you know, take a look at this, see what speaks to you, but really having these oils available to you and having that daily consistent use is what really is going to have you feeling good in your body quite quickly. And this is why people love oils. It's more that instant gratification in the moment, unlike when we embark on like eating healthier or a new fitness program. We don't always feel good right away with those, right? But using oils are going to help to amplify the results that you have from those other things you're doing in your life. So anyway, just thought I'd post that up for you. It's kind of interesting for me to think about and write that out. But really, this is what most of my days look like. Obviously, I'm a mom. I have to be flexible with my schedule sometimes, but if I get about 80% of this in, I'm feeling pretty good. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about the Loyalty Rewards program. So here's the deal. With your membership, you can purchase whenever you want, right? You have your online store. You can log into and place a standard order at that 25% off price whenever you want. However, if you are looking to make this a lifestyle change and you're looking at redirecting the spending you're already doing at drugstores or big box stores, what I've shown you today is that there is likely a natural version of the product you're buying elsewhere that you can buy through your membership instead. You know, I talked about the supplements doTERRA has and how wildly popular they are. And this really will be a key component in you making this transition of getting you feeling more energy in your body and less pain. And then the oils really getting to work for you. So the supplementation will likely be something that interests you. And because of that, it's something that you're going to be purchasing regularly. So this is why the Loyalty Rewards program is so popular, because you, through your monthly order, are going to start earning points back on your purchases. And here's the thing, you control what you're ordering every month. You control how much of it and what the cost is. Some months you might only purchase a lip balm just to keep your points balance active. So when your orders are at least 50 PV, you can see here, you're going to start earning points back on your purchases also. So you start off by actually getting 10% back. And then by the end of your first year with doTERRA, you're earning 30% back for life. So imagine a year from now, you've been doing this program and your monthly orders are, just to make it easy, let's say 100 PV, okay? You're going to be earning 30% of that back in free oils, so $30 in free oils, plus all of your shipping costs back in free oils. So you're earning $30 because that's 30% of your order, which is, your order was 100 PV, right? You still with me? $30 in oils from your purchase. Plus, let's say you did economy shipping, so your shipping was $4. So you earned $4 for your shipping. So now you just earned $34 back in free oils every month. So this is why this program is so popular, is because for products you're already purchasing, perhaps elsewhere, you purchase them through your membership, you get them every month, delivered right to your door. And I mean, again, you dictate what you get every month. And then you're earning a lot of free products and oils because of it. So, you know, in our home, we'd purchase the supplements, like I mentioned, the Virage, I purchase every 2 months or so. And then the foaming hand wash, the toothpaste, the cleaning concentrate, things like that, I'm often ordering monthly. So You know, it's very easy for me to hit that 100 mark, and I'm getting a ton of free oils every month. So it's a super cool program, and I'll show you in a second how you can set that up. Here, I've given you a sampling of what you might build out as your personal 90-day wellness plan. So you may want to take a screenshot of this. So maybe in month 1, you're looking to create little shifts in your home that have a big impact, right? So rather than reaching for some kind of synthetic medication for daily tension in the body, you might use the past tense roller bottle. You might use balance to support more grounding, to make you feel more connected to your life. The daily nutrients, again, so those are an essential baseline. And then you've got your fractionated coconut oil. That's a popular item on our order so that we can dilute our oils. And then month 2, you might be looking at greening up your home. So that's when you might look at adding the cleaning concentrate and the laundry detergent. Maybe you want to get a diffuser. And then in month 3, it might be time to replace all those things that you would be heading out to the drugstore to purchase, like deodorant and hair care, perhaps toothpaste or the skincare. So, you know, you can kind of budget it out this way, makes it a little easier. doTERRA, through this program, they also have a free product they give you every month if your order is over $125. So I've given you an approximate, you can see it here in pink, an approximate spend of what these orders would do, but just be mindful of that. If you're looking to get the free product of the month, then just bump your order up to $125 if it's not already up there. You don't have to do that, but it's free oil, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so let's go to setting up your order if you're going to use that loyalty rewards program. So you've probably already been into your personal doTERRA shopping site by now. Once you sign in up here, so you can see I'm already signed in here, you're just going to go to the top and click on where it says products over here. And then on the right side, you're going to see a purple button that says create new loyalty order. Mine's already created. That's my template that I change out every month with different products. But you're going to do that right there. You'll click that button. And then I've given you the simple steps of what it will prompt you to do over here. But basically, once you click that button, it's going to ask you to select what date of the month you want your order to ship out on. And I like to pick something around the 5th because that gives me a few days after the 1st to go in and change my order depending on what promotions doTERRA has just launched that month. And they'll have the new promotions up here at the top on this rotating banner. You can just click on the buttons to the right to kind of flip through them. And those come out on the 1st of the month. So I may have already changed my order before then, but I may change it again depending on what those are. So you can edit your order to exactly what you want for that month. So you're going to pick your order day, and then you have basically until midnight before your order date to go in and edit exactly what you want that month. So I don't wait till then. I usually will change it out as soon as my order goes through. I'll change it to what I want the next month. I have a reminder on my phone actually that says check doTERRA order. I have that on the 1st of every month on my calendar. So that also will tell me to go in and check because I may have some things I've run out of during the month that I want to add. And then again, those promos may change what I want. You'll also, if you have your cell phone in your account profile on doTERRA, you can elect to have them send you a text message 3 days before your order ships to remind you, and also an email message. So when you do that, you'll never forget to change your order. If you do forget, you will get whatever you got last month. So you do want to change your cart each month. That's why I have these little reminders in place. But you get so much for doing it that I would never do it any other way. Once you start ordering like this, you're going to want to try and have your order shipped definitely by the 15th of the month, because that's how you get that free oil if your order is at least $125. Again, you don't have to order $125, but if you are, you want to get that free oil. Why not, right? Your points balance, as far as the points you're earning, it updates on the 15th of each month. So the month after you order. So if you are, say, ordering in the middle of March, you're going to see those points in your account on April 15th. And where you go to find that, you can go into your cart, click edit cart, and towards the top, you're going to see where it says your points balance. And your points basically, let's see, you're basically going to have 1 point equals $1, okay? So that's kind of how that works for an essential oil. And you can also use points towards some of the other products, but most people are going to use them towards essential oils because that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. And just so you know, you can cancel this at any time. You're never tied into anything. So you just call doTERRA at 1-800-411-8151. You can cancel that monthly order And just make sure that you cash in all your points if you end up doing that so you don't lose them. But a better thing to do on months that you don't want to order is just to order a lip balm so that you don't lose all your points and you can hold on to the percentage that you've been earning, because it goes up from 10 to 15, 20, 25, and then 30. You hate to start back at the beginning. So I would just order a lip balm if there's a month that you feel like you don't need anything. But if you need to cancel, it's totally no hassle. Call the number and they will cancel that LRP for you. Okay, so the thing is, here's what I know. You're going to start ordering through this because you're going to want to get lots of free product. You're going to start feeling really great in your body, and you'll just redirect money you're spending elsewhere. And I know you're going to be feeling awesome in this program. So people do rarely cancel it, but again, that number is available to you if you ever need to. Okay. All right, we're going to wrap this up, I promise. So recipes to get you started. So when you first joined on our team, you likely would have received my Essentially Natural ebook full of recipes to help you get started. And if you don't have that, just send me a quick email. I'll send that to you, or you can ask your upline for it. And then also doTERRA's blog. If you go to doTERRAblog.com, you're going to find tons of great recipes on there. We also have a fantastic Pinterest page. So if you go onto Pinterest and look at doTERRA Essential Oils, their official page, you're going to see tons of great recipes that you can get started with. And so, as I was saying before, I would just do one recipe a week. That's a really great way to not get overwhelmed, because there's probably a lot you want to try, but that'll get you excited and make it a little more manageable for you as you're transitioning. Okay, here's that book that I recommended. This is our favorite resource guide on our team. This is really mandatory that all business builders grab a copy of this, because you'll be helping a lot of people with their oil questions. But you know, this is just a beautiful coffee table book, and it's a lifestyle guide using oils. So it not only goes into a lot of different protocols of ways you can use the oils, and something we commonly ask ourselves is, I wonder if I could use an oil first before I use something more synthetic. So this is a beautiful book for helping you to do that. And again, you can get that at oillife.com, or in Canada at myessentialbusiness.com. Both those places have it. Alternatively, you might want to get the Modern Essentials Guide over here. This is going to be similar to the Essential Life book, a little more information on essential oils and medications, so you know how to properly incorporate if you're somebody who's using medications. I also love this app on my phone. You can see that here. I think it's like $6.99 through either iTunes or Google App Stores. And this is nice. If you have a friend asking what oils to use, or if you're out on the go traveling, you're not sure what oil to use maybe, you can just pull this up and type in a topic and it'll tell you what oil to use. So that's a really great resource to have. Another resource I want to recommend is that you check out aromaticscience.com. You'll find thousands of medical studies there and at your fingertips about oils. So really great if you really want to dive into that and get a little nerdy. I really like doing that. So another resource you're going to want to have is on actually doTERRA.com, and go under advocates up here. You know, once you don't even have to sign in to see this, but go under advocates, and then just click on doTERRA University, and then under there you're going to find a whole section under Live. These are short videos about everything pertaining to using your oils. If you're interested in sharing oils, there's also a sharing section there, and even a building section if you want to do the business. But if you're just doing using your oils, like 9 out of 10 people, just go in that Live section and browse around in there. It's awesome. And this next page I am super excited about. Last but certainly not least, one of my favorite resources is also right on doTERRA.com. It's called Empowered Life. Again, you just go under the advocate section on doTERRA.com and then click on Empowered Life. And on here, you're going to find a series of videos on all sorts of different subjects. It's a really awesome place to go and learn exactly what to do with the oils and different supplements and products to really up your quality of life for you and your family. And I highly recommend checking this out right away. And again, maybe you watch one a week. Take some notes, because that's what I do. I find I will forget. You'll find recipes on there that'll help you with very specific things. So just go on there, see which one appeals to you in your life, and educate yourself. It's very empowering to these changes that you're making in your life. So this is a great tool. In terms of business mentoring, I don't want to leave you all feeling like, this is it, because we do have an incredible journey for you on our team. So if you start using your oils and you love them so much that you want to start sharing them with others, but you just don't know how, we have a couple of trainings on our team available. So the first is a business camp we run once a month through our private Facebook page for anyone who really wants to dive in to how to get started with their business. And whether that's casually sharing, supplementing your income, or replacing your income entirely, it's all there for you. So the person who enrolled you will help get you set up with this. and have a couple of calls with you spread out over a couple of weeks to talk about your goals and get you set up on a business plan and really help you share your passion in a way that you want to for essential oils and natural health and build a business doing it. So we also have monthly team webinars led by various leaders on our team where we discuss marketing incentives and different trainings going on our team. By the way, they're all recorded. You can go back and view past ones very easily. So you have a whole library available to you if you're looking to explore that business side. And I would say a good 90% of people in doTERRA, they actually just use the oils all the time. They love them. They order them through their loyalty rewards program, and they're just passionate users of the products. So a very small percentage of people are actually doing the business. But if that speaks to you, just know that we do have a great foundation in place for you. So I'm going to wrap up there with this quote by Theodore Roosevelt, which says, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." And that's the most important part of making change happen in your life, is just making it something you can realistically do. Start with where you're at. Don't look at changing everything tomorrow. Focus on a certain area of life that you can change today in a simple way, and make your oils available to you. That's really the point I wanted to make through this 201 class, is having your oils available to you wherever you are, and then also transitioning to more natural products for the things that you're buying in the store today. So connect with me if you have any questions. My email's up on the screen there for you. I'm just so happy that you've made this decision, because it is going to change your life. I promise. You really have to look at how you can build it into your life in a daily, consistent way. So thrive, empower, and oils. We'll chat soon.